So did you know that you can make some dramatic changes in CAS using some very useful tips in 2021? So if you want to see how you can make your sim or your sims look pretty in The Sims 4, then keep on watching. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It is so nice to see you. Today we're going to talk about, the methods or the tips that you can apply or implement in your game, in your CAS section in order to create a pretty sim, a beautiful sim. I know that many of you struggle with this aspect quite a bit. I did struggle in the past, but some experiences and some things made me realize that there are some tips that I can implement in order to go from this to this. So the result is quite something. It is so dramatic, I know, but let's just share these tips, okay? But before we get into this video, just a quick reminder: if you like this type of content and if you find it useful, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that good jazz. Hit a notification bell to be notified whenever I'm uploading a new video, because it truly helps me a lot. Thank you so much, and back to our video. So the number one tip that I can give you guys is to obviously have a sim base. What do I mean by base? A sim base is like a sim that has the appearance or the, facial features that really align with your preferences, or that really, just appeal to you essentially. So you can do this using two methods, okay? So if you're not willing to, just take this first sim that you were given when you opened your CAS section and just play around with his or her facial features, you can actually randomize your sim until you get an aesthetic base to work on, if that makes any sense. A pretty base, a pretty face. I don't know how to say it, but I think you got the idea. Basically, if you didn't know, you can click on this dice for how many times you want to until you find your perfect or desired sim that you are going to use to create your final sim, essentially, because we are obviously going to make some adjustments. If you didn't have much luck with that randomized button, you can actually go to your gallery. You can click on this button right over here, and then you can go right over here and you can type in the search bar base sim. That's what I do for a lot of my, sims, for a lot of my thumbnails that I upload here on YouTube, because sometimes it's really difficult to, find that perfect sim all the time just by randomizing different sims. And so it's much easier to actually access the gallery and then type in, base sim. You can scroll all the way down until you find your desired sim. You can also filter by base game if you don't have any other, packs. That's what I do. You can also filter by most popular, because there you probably have a higher chance to find your desired sim. I'm not saying that the latest ones are ugly, but I'm just saying that those are a bit older and people had time to rate or to download specific sims, and so those are some indicators, if you will, for the quality of the base sim. I don't know if that's the correct term, but I truly hope you get it, because if people had more time to actually review and to actually download a specific sim, it's quite obvious that that specific sim has something, it's a bit different, it's pretty, it's really worth taking a look at, if you will. And so you can find prettier sims much quicker this way if you filter by most popular, okay? That thing being said, once you have selected or found that specific sim that you want to work with, the second thing that I want to advise you: don't forget to choose a name for your sim that is applicable to the number one method, because if you randomize a sim, you obviously won't get a name for your sim and you won't get any traits. But if you decide to actually download and to merge that specific sim in CAS, you got that gallery sim right over here, you already have those traits and names basically, so you won't have to worry about that. If your sim doesn't have a name, please make sure to randomize it or pick a name, pick some traits, and then make sure to save it to your library from time to time in case your game crashes and you want to recover your sim, because this thing happened to me for a couple of times, I guess. So we really do need autosave in CAS. It's really never enjoyable to not be able to recover your sim and to remember what clothes you've used. You've made a little bit of progress in creating your sim, and out of nowhere your power goes out, and that is not fun at all. So I highly suggest you to save your sim to your galleries. So you can basically click on save to my library, and you can do this multiple times, obviously after making some progress in creating your sim, because you wouldn't want to save your sim if you haven't really put some clothes on him or her. And so you should save your sim to your gallery once you made a bit of progress, just to make sure that you won't lose any data, any sim, anything like that. So you can do this for both your randomized or for your downloaded sim from the gallery. So it's really important to save your sim from time to time, just to have it there in case something happens. Tip number 3 is to use some staple, very well known CAS CC, quality CC, and I'm gonna make sure to include some CC that I pretty much regularly use when creating my sims. It's really important to use eyelashes such as Kijiko. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but hopefully it's the right pronunciation. You can also use body skins. I'm gonna make sure to include a little bit of footage of some body skins, skin details such as freckles and all that jazz, nails if you're into nails, body presets, and I'm gonna make sure to include a little bit of footage for each and every category that I'm mentioning. Eyes, hair, makeup, tattoos if you're into them, accessories, even teeth. And that's quite shocking because I did find some CC teeth that are pretty interesting, and you can also incorporate them in your game if you're interested in that. So yeah, as I said before, I'm gonna link all of these in my description down below. These are pretty much alpha CC. If you're not into alpha CC, I'm gonna make sure to create a video with Max's Match, accessories and all that, because I know that not all of you like alpha CC. Besides having and using staple CAS CC, the fourth important thing that you need to implement when creating your sim is to know, or at least get to know, how to pair clothes, accessories, eyes, makeup, and all that jazz. You don't have to be an expert, but if there's one thing that I can suggest, to make your sim look pretty in 2021, is to obviously go for a much more natural makeup look. And what I mean by a natural makeup look is a makeup look that has, lots of neutrals, such as, nudes, such as browns, such as nude pinks. And as far as clothes go, you can pretty much play around with colors, but do not go overboard, because no one wants to, create a clown in The Sims 4 unless you have a solid storyline that you want to follow. Okay, don't get me wrong, you are completely free to create whatever sim you want to. I'm specifically talking about creating pretty sims, okay, so do not judge me. So when it comes to creating a pretty sim, it's really important to know how to pair colors. I pretty much go for black skirts or black pants all the time, and then the top or the the shirt that you want to pair with those black pants can be pretty much any color, because as you probably already know, black goes well with every color. Okay, so you don't have to worry about combining colors, because we are talking about a non-color. I think that's what it's called. Black and white are non-colors. But yeah, essentially it's much easier to pick a shirt once you have a basic skirt or some basic pants, some simple ones. It's really easy to pair these types of clothes. If you're really into colors, I am just gonna open up or put on the screen the color wheel, which I haven't really seen for quite a while. I did used to use it in middle school, because you are supposed to know all these colors, how to pair them when whenever you're painting something. So I do miss art classes, definitely. But as you can see right here, this color wheel has multiple similar colors. So you can basically pair complementary colors, which are basically the opposite colors. Okay, so this photo just depicts better what I'm trying to say. So as you can see right here, these are the primary colors. The primary colors are basically yellow, red, and blue, but you can very easily pair complementary colors, okay, which are basically the ones that are opposite one to each other. So you can pair orange with blue, you can pair yellow with purple, you can pair green with red. And so it's really useful to have this on hand, or to, you know, just look at it from time to time to get some sort of inspiration when it comes to combining colors. So you can either, you know, pair complementary colors, you can pair primary colors, yellow, red, red, blue, you know, yellow, blue, and all that jazz. Or you can combine, you know, similar shades of blue, similar shades of purple, similar shades of red, of orange, of yellow, and all that jazz. So you can either, you know, combine primary colors, complementary colors, which are opposite colors, or colors that are very similar. I'm also gonna make sure to insert a little footage of me, you know, trying to create a sim in CAS, applying these tips, because I just want to help you understand a bit better these concepts, because it's really important to, first of all, have a pretty base sim. Second of all, it's really important to, you know, just mess a little bit with his or her traits. If you're not, you know, completely pleased with that base sim, you can adjust his or her forehead, his eyes, his lips. You can, you know, just adjust different things. And once you've reached that point where you're completely satisfied with your base sim, you can go ahead and apply eyelashes, different eye colors, different hairs, different, I don't know, skin tones, even teeth if you're willing to, tattoos, all that jazz, nails, freckles. Those really give such a realistic vibe to the game, if you will, but obviously those aren't for everyone, so I'm just suggesting some things, okay? Then once you have applied those, you need to obviously dress your sim. Then you need to combine pieces of clothing that go very well together. You can use complementary colors, you can use primary colors, you can use, you know, neutral colors, you can use a white top with something crazy at the bottom as a skirt, as some pants, all that jazz. I'm gonna make sure to, you know, insert some relevant examples so you can actually get an idea of what I'm talking about. But hopefully you find this little video helpful, and if you did, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that good jazz. Hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I'm uploading a new video, because it truly helps me a lot. Thank you so much, you guys, from the bottom of my heart. I highly appreciate you, and you don't even know how much it means to me to have you all here. It is such a pleasure to help you out every single time, and so do not hesitate to leave me in the comments down below if you encounter any game issues. I know that is not the topic of the video, but if you have any game issues, you can obviously comment on this video, or you can, you know, just suggest some further video ideas that I can, you know, upload on my channel. That would be awesome. So thank you very much. I will see you very soon with a brand new video. Have a great day, just like you. Bye guys.